Well, to quote the movie Miracle, the movie about the 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team that defied all odds and, of course, beat the Russians and won the gold, as Herb Brooks would say from that movie, he wasn't looking for the best players, he was looking for the right ones. Well, of course, other than Cleveland having the best player in the world in LeBron James, it's not a team of all-stars. In fact, it's a depleted team, a team that under normal circumstances would have no business going to the NBA Finals except to watch from the stands. But then again, what the heck is normal anyway, right? As for the Cavaliers, they have the right players, okay? Dellavedova, we saw what he did in Game 3 on Tuesday night in a 96-91 win over the Golden State Warriors, and in the improbable is happening. Cleveland's winning 2-1. Just like game number 2, this game is being played at the liking of Cleveland's pace. And so was game number 1. Just so happened that Golden State had the answers at the end of game 1. But the Warriors are in unfamiliar territory, facing adversity. And if they don't win game number 4 on Thursday, do I think the series is over? I'm going to say it is, okay? LeBron James, when you think he can't do any more for this team, he ends up playing big time, okay? 40 points, okay? Second time he's done that in these NBA Finals. And not that he doesn't have the capability to do it, not that he hasn't done it before, but my. He continues to carry these Cavs on his back. He doesn't always make shots, but he seems to make them at the times that hurts the other team the most. When Cleveland is building a lead, or in the fourth quarter when we see Golden State, who was down by 20 late in the third, make a gigantic comeback, it's James who hits a 3 and scores at least 13 of his 40 in that fourth quarter to put a pesky Golden State team in the fourth quarter away. But other than that, Golden State just really didn't come with it. And part of it, you credit Cleveland. Part of it, also, you wonder what in the hell is going on with Golden State. Led the league in scoring, had the best record in the league, and most other games that they won weren't even close. But they're finding out that defense beats offense every single time when it comes to the NBA Finals. It's tougher to get that 110, 115 points per game, as the Warriors are finding out. And one of two things will happen in game number 4. We'll either see Golden State melt because Curry couldn't find his stroke, because Draymond Green has disappeared, and Andrew Bogut, for at least the last 2 games, has pretty much been a no-show. Or we will see Golden State rise to the challenge, and it'll be a repeat of that series that they had a couple of series ago against Memphis, when the Warriors were down 2-1 in that series against a defensive-minded team like the Grizzlies, and win game 4 behind a great effort by Curry, and end up winning the 2 after that as well, making Memphis a faded memory. That has yet to be seen, and it may not be seen. Stephen Curry, he's naturally one of the biggest reasons why this series is 2-1. Not to take anything away from Cleveland, because, again, you give credit to Dellavedova. We know defensively he's been a pest for Curry. That's obvious. And Dellavedova, had a 20-point game, which you definitely were counting on that. Tristan Thompson got 10 points, and sometimes, Tristan Thompson won't even score, period. He makes his living rebounding, which, again, he did last night. And when you look at all that, you have to think to yourself, Curry might be just letting the pressure get to him. It's the fact that now we're in the finals, and the fact of the matter is he has not looked the same. Whether he's double clutching, whether his follow through isn't right, or in my opinion, it's those things plus mentally, he's got doubt in his mind. And when that happens, you're not going to make 3-point shots. I don't care how good you are. And Curry's been known to making 70-something in a row from 3-point range in practice. But he's discovering that these guys are not the Houston Rockets. They're not the New Orleans Pelicans. And yeah, they were able to overcome Memphis, but Memphis didn't have LeBron James either. And I don't think Memphis had the confidence that Cleveland has right now. Cleveland has the right players. Best player in the world, plus they have players on this team like a Dellavedova who knows his role. and came through in the third quarter when it was still a ball game. Golden State had cut the Cleveland lead down to 5, but then we see Dellavedova score 9 of his 20 in that third frame, including some three-pointers, and also assisting to LeBron as well. LeBron, by the way, almost got him a triple-double. Needed 2 more assists to pull that off. By the way, 12 boards, and of course we mentioned the 40-point effort. Steph Curry finally did get it going in the fourth quarter, but too late at that point. Way too late. Way too late. It's a fantastic effort for Curry. Hitting, I want to say, 4 3-pointers in that fourth quarter for 27 for the game with 10 and 20 shooting. But before that, his shooting was just like game number 2. It was bad. And he's not getting any help, by the way, from Harrison Barnes, who pulled an 0 for. He had as many shots made as a dead man, 0 for 8 in the game, no points. Draymond Green, we mentioned how bad he's been. 7 points for this guy, 2 of 10 from the field. And thank goodness, you had, Klay Thompson, didn't shoot one of his best games, but he had 16 points. And Andre Iguodala, the bench is really, I think, what kind of sparked the comeback. Early in the fourth quarter, we saw Golden State chip away at the lead. Iguodala with 15 points off 6 of 12 shooting. By the way, played 36 minutes. And a former All-Star, David Lee. And Steve Kerr had to do something different in that paint. They weren't winning the battle there. And the rebounding was kind of even in this game, and so were turnovers. But David Lee, plus 17 in the plus-minus category. That's because in limited playing time, made all 4 of his shots, got 11 points and 4 rebounds. There's no question you're going to see more of him and a little less of Barnes and a little less of Andrew Bogut as well. By the way, Maurice Spates, the hero from game number 1, one of the heroes, didn't even play in this one. Golden State did play 5 players off the bench, and the bench, I'll give Golden State this, came ready to play. Golden State's bench had a monster night, but the starters really struggled for the most part and struggled to 40% from the field, and they didn't get to the free throw line very often, did Golden State as a team. In the game, only 12 free throw attempts. They missed 5 of them, and that's really not like Golden State. Cavaliers, 17 of 24 from the foul line. Not a great percentage, but hey, you look at the fact they made 17, that's 10 more than what Golden State made for the game. Biggest thing about game number 3, it's really been emphasized that Cleveland, for the most part in this series, has played with the lead. Golden State's only had the lead 29 minutes in this series, and Cleveland's had the lead for 109. That's just jaw-dropping. And, by the way, give credit as well to Timothy Mozgov. Not a great day for him, but he had been the second leading scorer behind LeBron for Cleveland. Chips in with 6. And James Jones only plays 10 minutes, but quality's better than quantity, and he made both of his field goals in that game for 4. But Dellavedova with the plus 13 just goes to show you that defensively he matters, and he's one of the guys that's been giving Curry a hard time. But from the field, offensively, he came through. And people can say, well, even if Golden State doesn't win these finals, they'll still have opportunities because they're young and because of the fact that they have Curry and that they have Thompson, Steve Kerr's coach. Anybody who follows that theory of you have to learn how to lose before you can win, I'm going to say something, and when I do this, that means turn the volume down if you don't want to hear it, and then I'm going to do that, and you can turn the volume back up. The theory of believing, okay, you have to lose before you win is complete bullshit. Okay. It's complete crap to think that you have to lose before you win. Magic Johnson didn't, and he won his rookie year an NBA championship. Larry Bird won his second year an NBA championship. Most of those Houston Rockets from the mid-90s did not have to learn how to lose before winning. Same with the 04 Detroit Pistons. So I don't want to hear that enormous crap that you have to lose before winning, okay? You're not guaranteed that you're going to get back there. We're still waiting for the Oklahoma City Thunder to get back to the finals. It hadn't happened yet, and there's no guarantee you're going to be able to keep Draymond Green next season. He's a free agent. And, by the way, next season, it'll take just as much heart, energy, sweat, blood, piss, and vinegar to get back to the finals because now you got a target on your back. 67 wins is something that just doesn't happen every season. Not to say the Golden State won't get opportunities, but you're not guaranteed them. You take the opportunities when you can, and Golden State better play aggressive. They better play that style that got them to the NBA's best record. We're going to see if it happens. We're going to see if Golden State, we're going to see what their heart is made of in Game 4. If they don't win Game 4, they're not winning the series. If they win it, all of a sudden, it's the best 2 out of 3, and the Warriors get that home court back. But little to me has indicated that they can get the job done. You might say, well, they had a great comeback late in the third, early in the fourth, cut the lead from 20 to 1. I don't care. Great comebacks take a lot out of you as well. You've got to be able to play with that effort sustained throughout the game. And by the way, you could do that and get off to better starts. Then you'll have an opportunity to steal one at Cleveland. But currently, the Cavaliers are pulling off the improbable. And, thanks to LeBron, his greatness, and Dellavedova, who was the Robin for LeBron on Tuesday night, Cleveland gets another W and goes up 2-0 and are now 2 games away from Cleveland's first championship, professional championship in that city since the Cleveland Browns won the NFL championship back in 1964. That's 51 years. And by the way, there was not even a Super Bowl back in 1964. The Super Bowl hadn't even been invented yet. That's how long it's been since Cleveland has won a world championship from any sport of any kind. 2 wins away from making that into a reality. Golden State better get it figured out quick. Game 4 Thursday from Quicken Loans in Cleveland. Bye.